Okay, we're back down Trusty Old Toad Rocks today. Unfortunately it's just a solo ride for me today because Stevie had cancelled last minute. But it'll still be a good day because we've got the sunshine, got the rocks, it's still be a good ride. So as you know, I've got two bikes from Jitsi, both pretty much the same, except one's got a front disc and one's got a front Magura. So the reason for this is I was going to have one bike as a competition and training bike and then one bike for coaching and shows. I tend to find coaching and doing shows with a front disc is a bit easier because you can do a few more cool tricks, it's a bit more subtle as well. But because there's been no shows on and not really that much coaching, this bike hasn't been ridden at all. That means it hasn't been bedded in, the front disc hasn't been bedded in, so I thought today would be a perfect opportunity to give it a try. So I actually rode this bike, did some street yesterday, and it's quite nice being able to ride through a town and not scare all the locals with squeaky brakes. I can never get two bikes set up the same, even if they are set up the same, they all feel different to me. So this bike's a little bit different, with the bars a bit more relaxed, a bit more rolled back, and with the front disc it's a bit easier to ride. So with the front disc it's not as easy to go to front, and so with the bars rolled back again it's not as easy to go to front. So I'm going to be riding this bike slightly differently, but it's still a really fun bike to ride. So yeah, let's just see if we can get a few scratches on this and get the brakes working and get it all bedded in and settled in. So what have we learnt so far? This brake's pretty good. It's not working very well, it's not very sharp, but on rocks like this, you don't need it to. The main reason I'm Magura is it really helps when you go to front wheel, it helps really pin that front wheel in, and it also helps on hooks, it makes it be a lot more stable, there's a lot less flex. But as you see on these kind of rocks, you don't really pin it to front anyway, you don't really hook it, and the disc brake just allows you to roll everywhere a bit easier, everything's a bit smoother, it's less jittery, which is actually really good for rocks like this, especially when they're wet. They're bone dry now, in the wet, you don't want that front brake to lock because it makes it skid. But yeah, no, disc brake's really good, it's really subtle, it's really nice, a bit quiet. Yeah, you notice it a little bit where it's not quite holding where you want it to, and there's a little bit of flex when you're on the edge of a rock and about that ping up to back wheel, but it's not that bad. I'm enjoying it. And again, with that slightly moved back bar position, so if bars are a little bit higher, brakes are a little bit higher, this is a bit more of a natural feel, a bit more relaxed, a bit more comfortable. It actually feels really nice. But I think if I went to, say, Charlie's again or Radical Bikes, the way I got my other bike set up a bit more to the front, then it would suit that a lot more. But at the minute, yeah, this kind of setup worked perfect. There we go, another day all done. So that was a cool little solo ride there. I think I bedded in the bike well, the disc is working. Obviously not as bitey as the Magura, but it allows you to ride in a different way, a bit smoother. Yeah, it's quite nice. Tried to film some new lines today, stuff that I hadn't filmed before, so not sure how long or short this video is, but hope you enjoyed it. We had a completely sunny day and the rocks are finally dry. It's the first time this year they've been fairly dry, which makes a nice old change. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I shall see you soon.